the sensibility that you're part of a larger organization.
Yeah.
You know,
Even though you may only be a party of one or company of one, you come in here and you're not alone.
And there's a familiar face.
Yeah.
Somebody that you can sit down and, have a conversation with.
Over a cup of
Yes.
coffee. It's powerful stuff, just this fuel. But just like Sanjay, this last week, an international event, one guy left it too late, but all of a sudden he realized, my God, I have a whole network here of a bunch of people who can plan the entire event and execute it for me. And I didn't know that this service was, in fact, part of my membership.
And you know what? It wasn't so much that the service was part of it, it was the friendship and the bond that was there among the members that said, there's no problem too big that we can't all handle together as a team. And there's that whole sense of team within all of our organizations, not just the staff, but the members as well, that provides incubator services, provides business advice. It just, a shoulder to cry on or someone to get a better idea from, just to do some brainstorming. I think that's a significant part. As you said, an intangible item, but yet it's still a bond that really gives your membership some value.
Right, like a lot of times a member will come in or a prospective member and Kim will say, Lori, can you guys do this?
Right away. Yeah.
We don't say no, we just try and figure out how we can do it. So there's that, there's the things that we don't know we can do or we haven't done yet.
Yeah, nobody's asked yet, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to try and find a way through to it. Yeah.
And one of the big things is if you're an independent or you're small business owners, you don't have any buying power to get anything at a discounted value because you don't have the power. And so having all these options of discounts and being able to tap into bigger networks for being at services or buying power, I mean, that's a huge advantage to the small SME and the entrepreneur.
And it mentioned earlier too about bricks and mortar. There are so many people today that have been relocated mostly to their home, and yet we provide the wow factor for them. Instead of meeting a client at a Tim Hortons, they come down to the coffee office and the first thing everybody says is, wow, nice place. What a great idea. What a great idea. What a great idea. And it's all about that whole professional image, that just gives everybody, this great sense of value and pride.
Yeah, it sets them just a little bit higher. When they begin the meeting, they have a fuller sense of their ability to deal with clients.
That's right.
I mean, they really do go in with a different self-image and confidence.
And there's lots of people that work in cubicles, there's baffles and they need a place to, they want to shine, they want to show off, and this is the place that they can come to, even if they have an office to go to. They don't have to worry about who's listening over the top of the, the workstation or,
That's what we need to record is the 10 people just saying wow when they walk into a facility. Play that, just post it on the site. Wow, wow, wow. 10 different people.
One person, I had one to say it about 20 times in one tour yesterday. So.
John, you said something earlier about discipline. I thought was good.
Yeah. The coffee office provides real discipline. When your life has been shattered after 30 years working at a regular desk in a substantial office building and everything, and then all of a sudden you're sent to your bedroom as is now your office. And, I found myself in that situation. And it'd be 7:30 in the morning and I'd still be putting on my tie, but I had no place to go. Was it going to be the dining room today, or the smaller bedroom, or walk out the back door? Yeah, that's right. And so I realized I needed structure, needed that discipline. Okay, coffee office provided that for me. A place that I actually convinced myself that I was worth something, and that I could really do something, and I was still part of the mainstream. And that's what coffee office really provides for people.
Well, and also, like you said, it's the structure. As a mom and working, I have a business, I work from home. When you go to a place, you're much more focused and concentrated to do work. When you're at home and you have a home office, well, there's this you can do, and this you can do, and this you can do. You go, you're effective, and you're efficient in what you need to do during that day, because you're in that atmosphere.
One thing from, working with home with a family, and, if you've got kids, there's nothing worse than being on the phone with a client or, a partner or something like that, and your kids just happen to be outside of the door wrestling and banging into the door, and you've got to tell them to quietly, shut up, And I mean, kids just don't need that, right? Their home's supposed to be a place where they can, just be home and do stuff, do
What
kid
kind of
stuff.
a parent
so.
are you to let them get away with that? Just
I go to the coffee office now. I solved that one.
I think too, the coffee office has been around just long enough to have ironed out some of the early wrinkles that new companies always have, but not so long that we're tired.
Right.
The coffee office is growing, it's an exciting place to be, and that's good for our customers.
You know, it is tough to make that switch, and I know as a mother, and I don't know, there's a huge proportion of of entrepreneurs that are women. And as a mother, I think, because it is still, there's a book called The Second Shift that documents that women still do about 85% of work at home as housework, even though they've got other businesses. The temptation as a woman when you're working at home is, all right, I'll just throw this load of laundry in. Oh, maybe I'll just fold this because it's already out, it'll be wrinkled. If I don't water the plants right now, they're going to be, by the end of the day, they're going to be destroyed. Oh, I'll just pay these bills, or I'll just do this, I'll just do that. And when I'm here, it takes away that temptation. It's not that I'm still thinking of it somewhere in the bottom of my mind, but it's much easier to be disciplined. So by the same token, although you said you've got a sense of community, I agree with that. There's also the advantage of being able to go into one of the airport cubicles, close the door, and I don't have anything else that I have to focus on, or I had the opportunity to focus on. It allows me to focus on
One thing, people are running around doing business, if they're dealing with a number of different businesses, they maybe get their copies printed somewhere, and then they've got to run across town and collect their mail at another business address. Then they go to a networking event, and they have a lunch meeting. You can spend an hour in your car. Forget about the carbon footprint, but just wasting an hour, driving from place to place to place. Whereas you can get, you can go to one place and have everything that you need.
Carbon footprint minimizer team. That's what the coffee office is. Yeah. Good point. Good point. That pretty much wraps it up. I guess that's everything we are, right?
Well, the one other thing, I'm not sure if it was touched on, was the cost effectiveness of it. We're affordable. So as a member saving some money, we can perhaps pass those on to our clients as well, right? So
That's a perfect last point. Perfect last point.
okay.
Don't you want to be a member?
We'll end with that.